Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be looking at ways people found out how someone liked them. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Her phone lit up and that was her lock screen. What? Oh, that's kind of funny, honestly. Like, they probably weren't even paying attention and they just looked over at the phone because it lit up and then they saw themselves. That's... I don't know why I find that funny. That's just like so unexpected. It's like, whoa, hold on a second. In middle school, a friend of mine was given a love note by a boy with a learning disability that his mum helped him write. He got the teacher to let him stand up and read it to her in front of the class. She was mortified. Maybe in high school, everyone would have been mature enough to be understanding of that, but not in middle school. That's so sad. Oh. I had a note passed to me in class that I had to read out once. It was from a girl I kinda liked. It said, "Let me copy your homework." I stood and read, "Pass it forward. Can you tell Mr. Macmillan his flight is down privately? I'm kind of grossed out by what I'm seeing." He changed it. His flight had been down since class started and it was starting to bother me. This girl felt super embarrassed because the note originated from her and she never talked to me again. Needless to say, Mr. Macmillan was more worried about his fly than checking the note. Oh wait, that's kind of bad because that just means the teacher thinks she embarrassed him. Oh man, this is tough. Like, what do you do, right? You know, you try to protect the girl that you like, but then this happens, you know. I'm sure he didn't read out, "Let me copy your homework," because he didn't want her to get in trouble, so he just said that. But then now she doesn't like him. There is a fan fiction starring me. Oh. Honestly, fan fictions are so... how do I say? It's a bit too much. Like, some of them are like 18 plus. It's odd. The friend in question is a junior. Apparently he was talking to some friends in class and some random girl who apparently had a stalker level crush on him for 2 to 3 years gave him a box and asked him to hold it. He is pretty nice, so he held onto it for her. When he gives it back and she opens the box, sees the ring she puts in there and starts trying to act like he proposed. Oh. That's one way to get someone to propose to you. Oh my goodness. A group of friends and I were hanging out together. My best friend and I were sitting next to each other. My other friend let it slip that another friend who had just left had been raving about how cool I was and how he loved spending time with me. He reckoned the friend totally had a crush on me. I laughed and said, "No, he just likes me as a friend." Friend then said, "Nah, he definitely sees you as more than a friend, just like your best friend." Me and best friend. What? And that was the day I discovered 2 of my friends had crushes on me. Oh, and the butt-headed friend who outed them also had a crush on me. I'm married to him now. Wait, who is she married to? Which friend? Which friend? Friend 1, friend 2, friend 3? Which one? Well, I'm assuming since she called him a butthead who outed them, I'm assuming she married the friend who outed 2 of her friends. Oh. A coworker purchased a $3,000 giant lizard. He mentioned he named it my name. I laughed, not getting it, and asked if it spelled the same. He looked at me super intensely and said, "Yes, exactly like you." I was only 19 and I sort of just walked away. Oh. I don't know if I would like it if someone named their pet my name. You know, because like when we're dating, it's gonna be weird. "Hey Ellen, come here." Which Ellen? Ellen's such a good girl. He stole my undies. They were sexy underwear my roommate bought for me from her department store job for whatever reason, but I never wore them. Anyway, one day I was at work and she let her ex-boyfriend and his best friend into our apartment and the best friend went into my bedroom and stole the panties. When I confronted my roommate about letting him into my bedroom when I wasn't home, she didn't see anything wrong with what happened. He also crawled into my bed while I was trying to sleep, but I made him get out of my bedroom. Nobody else in the apartment saw anything wrong with that either. What are people doing? Wait, hold on a second. What kind of people do you know? They think that's normal? That's creepy behavior. If this happened to me, I'll be pissed with everyone around me, honestly. Can you imagine someone sneaking into your bedroom and then you're like, what's wrong with this person? But then everyone else is like, that's totally normal, just calm down, you're fine. I'll be pissed. I wasn't even mean about it. Just like, I can't let you sleep here. I can't sleep with you in here, sorry. Because I didn't want to look mean. Everyone was pretty much like, why are you being so uptight? His back hurt sleeping on the couch. I actually stood there wondering if I was overreacting because of how much flack these people were giving me about everything that was happening. Why did everyone think it was normal? He stole your underwear? That's totally normal. That just means he likes you. You should be happy that he likes you. She should get out of there immediately. I was a teenage guy hanging out with teenage guy friends. 6-year-old sister of one teenage guy friend comes out and during a conversation in front of everyone puts her hand on mine and says, will you be my boyfriend? How would you go from this, right? They're gonna be so heartbroken. In 9th grade drama class, this girl asked the teacher to keep me after class to help her practice a scene. Turned out she was doing a Juliet monologue and I was standing in for Romeo. The teacher sat me down on a chair in the center of the room and stepped back. Then this girl dramatically walks through the door from the teacher's office where she had been hiding and stands like 5 feet in front of me. She stared into my eyes for the entire thing, professing her love to Romeo, while my drama teacher giggled over in the corner. I was 100% not into this girl, but as I was awkwardly left after the bizarre situation was over, my teacher said, you two would be so cute together. Girl, he isn't your Romeo, okay? It was senior year of high school. I was passing out invitations for my graduation party to the people at my lunch table when a friend of mine asked me what I thought of another person. We'll call that person Rick. Apparently, Rick was telling my friend that he had a crush on me. I'm a straight guy, and wanted my friend to bring him as a guest to my graduation party. Now, I'm a pretty liberal person, so I had no problems with the fact that Rick was gay, but I really was not comfortable with him being at my party, so I told my friend to tell him no for me. Fast forward to my grad party. Everything was going smoothly, but then Rick walks in. He signs his name on the sheet where you write tips or messages to the graduate, and then makes his way over to where I'm having a conversation with the same friend from earlier in the story. Rick awkwardly interrupts my friend and steers the conversation to how he never got an invite. Now, I had never gone out of my way to talk to Rick ever in my life, so I'm not quite sure why he thought he was going to get an invite anyway, but whatever. After a few painful minutes of discussion on topics, he just blurted out, so I heard you were gay and was wondering if you wanted to go out sometime. This is where it got super uncomfortable, as if it wasn't that way already. Me, oh, I'm actually not gay. Sorry, but I'm straight. I'm so confused. Who did Rick hear that from, huh? If you're not invited to a party, just don't go. Because if they really wanted you there, they would invite you. They didn't want you there, so they didn't invite you. You going to the party that someone didn't invite you to is just sad. It's just not good for you. You know what I mean? Because I feel like at the back of your mind, you know that you weren't invited, and then you'll always be thinking, why didn't they invite me? And it's just toxic to yourself. You are better than that, okay? If someone doesn't want you there, don't go. Just know that if you're having a party, you won't invite them either. And that's cool. One of my students, who was less than half my age, told me she wanted to kiss me. She said this in a very public place, while I was chatting with her and her best friend. After she said it, I just kept jabbering away about whatever while my brain went, wait, what? Ew. So when I was in middle school, I was well known for liking cats. So some friend of the guy that I actually did like decides that he was gonna follow me around the playground, purring to woo me. He's gonna become a cat for her? Whoa. Wow, that's so weird. No way. Can you imagine saying you like dogs and then someone just goes woof 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 woof? That's not the kind of dog I like. When I tell someone I like dogs, I also want them to like dogs. I don't want them to become a dog. What's that? When I was 13, this kid that was friends with my younger brother and sister used to creepy stare at me when we'd go over to his house to hang out. He thought he was smooth for some reason and would try to put his arms around my shoulders and sit real close to me. All I remember him for is being the chubby kid who laid on the floor and stuck his butt under the bed for no reason. When I asked why, he was just like, to fart. Like, what other reason did you think, girl? Makes total sense. Of course, 4 years later, puberty hit and suddenly he was a total babe. And then I became the creepy awkward one because he was that attractive. Oh, the story just switched up. Wow. Her female friend came up to me and just said, are you gay or just stupid? And walked away. Well, that's one way to find out someone likes you. Oh my goodness. I'm assuming she's just so done, and I'm assuming she gave him so many hints but he didn't take any. Honestly, you should have added another option, you know? You should have been like, are you gay or stupid or just not interested? This girl in middle school gave me flowers and said she liked me, and I didn't know her name. We didn't share any classes. She was really quiet, and those were the first words we'd ever spoken to each other. I didn't know what to say. Oh. When your crush didn't even know you existed? That's the saddest. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!